One of the things I think is very important for this campus, as we go through this growth initiative, whether it be the faculty, the staff, or the students, I want everyone to feel like they're part. I want to be very inclusive. And so obviously one of the challenges that I have is finding ways to make sure that as we grow as a campus in certain areas that are being invested in, that it impacts everyone and not just a certain small group of faculty or staff or students within the university. I think that when you look at Milwaukee, we have a history of this manufacturing and industry base, and we need to be feeding the next generation of engineers and businessmen that are going to be the leaders of those companies. And an important fact, I just got back from a meeting, board regents meeting yesterday, and it showed that the 92% of our graduates stay in the state of Wisconsin. Well, I think it's important for our society. You have to understand what we're competing against globally. We have other parts of the world who are developing these tremendous educational infrastructures, right in front of our eyes. I give an example of China, which I've had the opportunity to visit and see what they're doing. And I will refer back to engineering, where I'm from. 90% of the engineers in the world are currently being trained in Asia. And if we are going to compete and continue to be, a global economic power, we need to make sure that institutions like our own are educating, a workforce that compete in that global environment. And if we don't do it, I think the future is pretty bleak for our country. And so these institutions just, to keep up with all the great things that other parts of the world are doing, we really have no choice. And the only thing I'll say is that I'm not afraid to make decisions. And I know that there's going to be times, just because you don't have all the information, you may make wrong decisions. And in those cases, I'm willing to admit that I've made wrong decisions and changed the course of action accordingly. And I think that, if you're willing to do those things, certainly, you still may get run out. But I think that, from my perspective, I was always, to be honest with you, I'm not in this role for another reason, is to make the institution as good as I think it can be. And, decisions I make are going to be solely based on that.